Hello, I'm Tani Perry, founder of AI Advisory A25, and I am in Melbourne staying with my sister at her place.
Hi.
There she is. While I've been here, I've been sharing all of my AI secrets, and she especially loved when I showed her how to build her own custom GPT. So I thought today I would do the same and show you how to build a custom GPT. All right, the first thing you are going to need to create a custom GPT is a pro version of ChatGPT. And this starts at $20 a month. Once you have the pro version of ChatGPT, you are going to have the option of creating your own. You go to Explore GPTs, and these are GPTs that other folks have created. But now that you have the pro version, this button will be active. So you click Create, and once you're in here, you have the Configure screen. You can give it a name, you can add a description. This is where you add your instructions. You can load up your knowledge documents, and this is really important. You will need these, so have them prepped before you start building. And then you can activate capabilities like giving the GPT the ability to do web searches, create DALL images, etc. I also like to add an image to all of my GPTs so that when they're all down the left-hand side, they're a little bit easier to see. And you've got two options for that. You can upload your own photo, or what I usually do is I just ask DALL to create a little icon. Now, for creating the instructions, this is where you build out a very robust prompt. So I always like to think about what are the instructions I'm always giving ChatGPT that I don't want to repeat over and over. And those are the kinds of things that you add into the instructions. Rather than creating a new custom GPT, I'm going to show you one I've already created called Writer. And this is a GPT I use to help me with everything from coming up with titles, LinkedIn posts, to full blog outlines. So we'll take a look at how I've configured this GPT. I've created my image, I've given it a name and a description, and the most important section in here, the instructions. And you can see there's quite a lot. I'm very picky about how I want my outputs. So the way I've broken it down, there's a structure for this. So the first is I give it its objective. I tell it that it's writer, and then I give it its role. It's a creator, communicator, copywriter. I tell it understands how to engage my audience, marketers. I tell it its task, which is to write content outlines, blog posts, newsletters, article summaries, headlines, and LinkedIn posts. I give it a little bit more context. It's designed to catch readers' attention and draw them into the content. And I also want to make sure that it creates content that's easy to read and educational and valuable, so it's not wasting my users' time. And then I tell it to break down the steps it takes. There's research that suggests that when you tell your LLM to take a breath or to take its time, it produces better outputs. And so I've built that into this prompt here with step 1 and step 2. And then I have a lot of pet peeves when it comes to LLM outputs and some of the words it uses. So I have a very long list of words and phrases I do not want it to use, and I've added all of those in here. Things like game changer, delve into, landscape, evolving, etc. Once you're happy with your instructions, you can close that out and you can add your knowledge docs. And I have a combination of items in here. These are mostly writing samples I have written myself that I want it to reference and understand. But there's also things like for my LinkedIn posts, I like to follow a very specific structure. So I've included a document that lists that out. But you can add whatever knowledge documentation in here that you like that's relevant to your custom GPT. And then you hit update. And once it's updated, it will appear in the left-hand side menu for you, and you just click on it, and now you have your custom GPT ready to go. Okay, well, I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments. Thanks.